Hi everybody, welcome back to our continuing series of lectures on inventory cost flow assumptions. In our prior two videos, we discussed how Browning could apply the FIFO or the LIFO cost flow assumptions to their inventory transactions. In this video, we will calculate cost of goods sold and ending inventory after each sale and at the end of the year using the average cost or weighted average cost flow assumption. You will need the data worksheet for Browning. It's the same in all the videos. You will also need the average cost worksheet. Browning Company cost flow assumption, average cost or weighted average. I'd like to give you a few rules to follow with respect to the calculation of average cost or weighted average. First, find the total cost of all goods on hand before the sale. Then find the total number of items on hand. Then divide total cost by the total number of items to calculate average cost per item. Apply that average cost per item to both the cost of goods sold and the ending inventory. Let's get started. The data is the same, and as I mentioned, the cost flow assumption will not make any difference until we sell product out of different layers. Therefore, the date boxes for the 1st of January, the 10th of January, 17th of January, and the 22nd of March will all be the same as they were for both FIFO and LIFO. So go ahead and get your first 1, 2, 3, 4 date boxes filled out for the beginning balance, the items sold on the 10th, and the items purchased on the 17th of January and the 22nd. Make sure you carry down your layers of inventory anytime you make a purchase. At this point, your date boxes for the January 1st beginning inventory, the January 10th sale, the January 17th purchase, and the March 22nd purchase should all be complete. And they should look identical to the date boxes that you prepared under FIFO and LIFO because no inventory has yet been sold out of different layers. The next thing that happened is we sold some units of inventory, 1,500 units of inventory, on April 15th. So let's review these cost calculation rules again. Number 1, find the total cost of all goods on hand. Well, we've done that. Immediately before the sale, we have $38,000 cost of goods on hand. It says find the total number of goods on hand. Well, we have 2,000 in the 550 layer, 1,000 in the $6 layer, and 3,000 in the $7 layer. So it's easy to add them up. When you stay organized, it's much easier. We have 6,000 units for a total cost of $38,000. Step 3, divide the $38,000 total cost by the number of goods on hand, 6,000, to calculate the average cost per item. The unit cost of each item, the average unit cost of each item on hand after the March 22nd purchase is $6.33.33333. I've carried it out to a number of decimals because if we don't do that, we will have a problem with rounding. Hopefully on an exam, you won't have to struggle with rounding. The next thing is to apply the average cost to both cost of goods sold and ending inventory. let's get started on that. On April 15th, we sold 1,500 units. 1,500 units sold at an average cost of 6.33333 cents each equals $9,499.995, which easily rounds to $9,500 whole dollar amounts. Let's do the same thing for our ending inventory. We had 6,000 units available. We sold 1,500 of them, which means we have 4,500 units left at an average cost of 6.33333 equals $28,499.985, which easily rounds to 28,500 whole dollars. And I did make the notation that we did need to go out 5 decimal places so that cost of goods sold plus ending inventory does calculate goods available for sale immediately before this sale. $9,500 plus $28,500 does equal $38,000. The next two transactions are the October 15th purchase of 3,000 units at a cost of $750, and then the November 20th sale of 3,000 units. Go ahead and finish the worksheet. You will need to calculate the average cost before you get to this sale. So pause the video, do the work, come back and check your answers. The first thing I did was to bring this piece of inventory, this layer of inventory, down to the new date box. Then I recorded a new layer for 3,000 units purchased at $750 a piece. So 3,000 at $750 equals $22,500. Therefore, the total cost of inventory on hand after the October 15th purchase was $51,000. Then I added up the total units I had on hand, 4,500 left over after the April 15th sale, plus the 3,000 just purchased on October 15th, I had 7,500 units on hand. Step 3, divide the total cost of all the units on hand by the number of units on hand to get the average cost per item. 51,000 divided by 7,500 equals $6.80 a piece. We didn't need to go out 5 decimals because there was no serious rounding issue at all. $6.80. Then on the November 20th sale, we need to apply the $6.80 average cost times the 3,000 units sold for a cost of goods sold of $20,400, and apply the $6.80 average cost to the 4,500 units not sold for a $30,600 ending inventory, and the math does work. Cost of goods sold of $20,400 plus ending inventory of $30,600 does equal the $51,000 of goods available for sale immediately before that sale. So go ahead and finish out the worksheet. Get your total inventory for the 3 sales, cost of goods sold for the 3 sales. Put in your ending inventory and then calculate. This number's not right. Go ahead and calculate to prove whether the cost of goods sold plus the ending inventory at the end of the year equals the entire year's goods available for sale. And yes, the answer is cost of goods sold of $40,900 plus ending inventory of $30,600 equals $71,500 goods available for sale throughout the year. So that's all for average cost. When we come back, we'll do the same worksheet for specific identification. See you next time.